Boa tarde, pessoal. Hoje a gente tem a incrível honra de estar aqui na presença do Chris, que é o CTO da CNCF, e eu vou fazer 5 perguntas bem rápidas para ele, que vocês me mandaram lá no Instagram e no nosso canal do YouTube. Chris, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to see you again. It's been a while.
It's a very quickly interview.
Okay.
What were the highlights
Yeah.
of the event for you?
For me?
Yeah.
So, a couple things, right? So, this is our largest KubeCon ever, number one. We have over 12,000 people here. I think 12,300 total, which is our North American event in 2019, which was our largest at the time in San Diego. So, just the fact that we have so many people here all over the world and it's the biggest KubeCon ever is my major kind of my personal highlight. But in terms of like projects, technical news, obviously a lot of the keynotes have kind of an AI spin. CNCF is starting to accept AI projects. We published a cloud native AI white paper that was available just today. There's a keynote from Microsoft and Fermion about SpinCube, which is kind of a WebAssembly Kubernetes operator to make it easier to do WebAssembly stuff that they're going to contribute that to the CNCF. So there's like a lot of cool new technology announcements that I'm super proud about. But like I could go talk on for maybe 10 minutes now about them. But yeah, we have such a large, diverse community. Now projects that cover a lot more than just Kubernetes, and we're seeing a lot of overlap between AI infrastructure work and cloud native projects that tend to power a lot of that AI. From day one, we had that panel with folks from it was like Google. We had Olama, the Olama person, and I think it was from Mistral, and just like they're like, yeah, we're using all this technology, and they actually are giving us feedback too, because all the CNCF projects were kind of built in an era before AI got so popular and GPUs got popular, and so you see like a lot of the feature work happening in, for example, Kubernetes. DRA is still kind of like alpha, beta feature, but you need DRA support to really enable GPU access and access to other like ASICs and other basically external things that are not CPU. So like we're just very excited to see this kind of collaboration between this AI kind of boom that's already using CNCF and kind of the CNCF boom. So we're all kind of working together to make open source better for everyone.
It's very
All
nice.
workloads, yeah.
Chris, next question. What was the most innovative aspect of this conference?
I think so. I mentioned SpinCube, right? So I think the fact that you know Kubernetes is historically known to run containers extremely well and kind of orchestrate them. And I think SpinCube is basically showing you that we're able to potentially more optimally run workloads that may not be running containers. It could be a WebAssembly module. And there was I think it was Zeiss, which is talking about using it in their kind of camera infrastructure. So to me, it's like the innovation is like we are making Kubernetes a lot more efficient and be able to run different types of workloads, not only just containers. They could be AI workloads, they could be WebAssembly workloads. That was to me, I find that the most like interesting thing, and that project is being proposed as a sandbox project.
I see
Yeah.
at Bare Metal's on-premise solutions here.
Yeah, no, no.
It's a very different, no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And to me, it's just like even though like most people aren't using WebAssembly and like it's very early days, not the big time production technology. But most people come to KubeCon and CNCF events because this is where you see the future, right? This is where future technology is being discussed and developed, and not only like this like things like Kubernetes that are everywhere. So that's I think like SpinCube and the WebAssembly stuff was the most interesting thing for me from a technology.
It's very nice. What makes people like me cross around the world to stay here in KubeCon?
I think there's two things. I know a little bit about you, but I think most people that have a passion for learning new technology, open source, will travel all over the world for it. And as you know, like people are very, very nice in the community here. Like I have friends that are having people stay at their Airbnbs and they're all sharing like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it is everyone is very, very like welcoming. They all want to learn, they all want to help each other. And I think that's why folks like yourself come to this community because everyone is so
For
nice.
me,
Yeah, and it helps your career too. I think it
yes,
helps you learn. Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
very amazing.
yeah.
Very
I mean,
amazing.
we're all about technology and code, but like the community of people here, like people have moved to different companies and everything, still remain friends and all help each other because we're all building open source software that benefits the whole world, regardless of what country you're from or whatever your beliefs are. We're all working on really cool software. that benefits everyone.
What's now to the future in Cubicle?
So a couple things. One, we are.
The sky is limit?
No. I mean, we always evolve, right? So I think when CNCF and KubeCon kind of started, it was very, very, very focused on Kubernetes, right? Then we've expanded, right?
Yes.
Now we have observability. We also have AI, Cloud Native AI Day. We have all these like vertical, sometimes even focused technology, like the Colo Day, or like day 0 or day 1, however you want to look at it. ArgoCon, CiliumCon, like so. All these different communities are all happening.
Yes.
So I think the future of KubeCon is like incubating and evolving these communities from like a technology perspective. The other half is, we're a global foundation, right? We have people all over the world. We're doing KubeCon India for the first time this year in December. We're doing
Nova Delhi, right?
We're doing in Delhi, and then we're doing some smaller Cube Days. We're doing Cube Day Japan. We're doing Cube Day Australia, and we're also going to do Cube Day Colombia later this year for the first time. So the future there is like we want to meet where more of our community is. Like we can't do KubeCons in every country, right? But we do want to do more like Cube Days and so on. Like eventually like KubeCon in South America is high on my list to eventually. I know people ask, right? But people don't realize like CNCF, we're a small team. We're only 50 people. 50 people that host global events all over the world. We're small, so we have to be very careful of how we expand. But I think the other future of KubeCon is more KubeCons in an international way. When I announce maybe like KubeCon Sao Paulo one year or something, I think you'll be very happy. But we'll see.
Yes. And the last question for Chris, could you send a message from Brazilian community CNCF and DevOps on the road? We see you now.
Yeah, no, first of all, I'm sorry that a lot of you potentially could have not been here, but I will say if you go to YouTube right now, a lot of the KubeCon talks are happening, and truly, I hope we have an opportunity to actually do an event, sometime in Brazil and kind of see you face to face there. So I know I'd love to be there, but thank you all for participating in our community. And look, I'm very much available on Twitter. You could always reach out to me at CRA, and I will generally respond. So thank you for contributions, and also like don't be scared to contribute, right? Like a lot of people sometimes get, Kubernetes is so complex, very difficult. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but there's lots of CNCF projects out there. If you go to contribute.cncf.io, there are many good resources, guides, things you could learn. You could participate in paid mentorships that we do a few times a year. So there are many ways to get involved, and I encourage everyone in the community over there to like go to the site, participate in mentor, and contribute, and kind of become part of the community. It will truly help your career. It's been always a pleasure, and hopefully I will see you maybe at KubeCon a little bit later this.
You is my hero.
Yeah, and if not, how about Cube Day Colombia? It's a little bit closer if you want to come.
Yeah, so go.
Yeah, I'm going to Cube Day Colombia. Yeah. So think about it.
Oh, yeah.